Friends, it's me, the only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you from my side yard. This would be the side of my house, so it's a side yard. So I want to touch base with you real quick, just going to give you a little bit of ups of what's been going on. Me and my family just got back from the farm. I want to give a big shout out to Angela and her husband and family. They are absolutely amazing. They just gave me a lot of horse manure for my garden that I'm going to mix in with my soil. So I have, and I'll show you again as well. But I have a lot of this. Let me give you a good show of it. But anyways, gosh, let me get my brain together here. What do I want to say? Thank you, Angela. And your husband and family for giving us some wonderful horse manure. And not only that, but allowing my children to come out to your property and ride your horses and feed them and pet them and see what it's like to be near a horse. We're from the city, so not a lot of people get the opportunity, especially children, to get that close to a large animal and get to ride them and have fun. And my daughter just absolutely loved it. So I might show a couple of little clips of earlier, because I did shoot some footage. So I'll see if I can get that to be uploaded. I did it with a different device, so we'll see. Anyways, let me turn the camera around real quick here. I'm going to show you. I got a lot. Actually, it's about as much as I was looking for. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It is a fantastic quality. It's last year's manure that came off of from the horses, and it's just been sitting. It's some clumps here, but it's been sitting all year, and this is just amazing stuff. If I was to have paid for this, I'm sure I would have paid probably a good $100, $200 for this. My best friend Lucas came and helped with his truck, and so we loaded up in the truck. I'm sorry I didn't show you any of that. I didn't take any footage of us doing that, but some good stuff here. We're going to end up putting it in the barrels that are way back there, you can see. And turn the camera up so I can look at myself, but I don't want to touch it with my poopy hand. No, it's not really. There's no odor to it. It's fantastic stuff. I could almost grow vegetables directly into this. It's such great quality and broken down so well. It's crazy to think about. I mean, everything that a horse eats and digests is pretty much just grass. So this is basically decomposed, processed grass. And it's just fantastic stuff. There's no smell to it. It's wonderful. I'm going to take some of this and put around my roses. Hopefully that'll help my roses want to grow and bloom and be wonderful that way too. So anyways, I'm going to put the stuff in wheelbarrows. I'm going to take it back and put it in all my pots. And I've got a lot of pots and stuff. So
She likes me.
You don't eat my hair, okay? Don't eat my hair.
Oh, she wants some more.
Here, can you try that one? And hold that one straight up. And she'll get it. You're really good. Most kids are afraid when the horses get close.
She loves animals.
They think that they're going to bite their fingers, and so then they panic and they drop it.
It's okay. Like Coda did?
Yeah.
I'm going to take that one.
You're going to do this one. Hold on to that one straight up and down, okay? Yep. I'll give you some carrots, though, because I know you like carrots.
What's in his fur?
He has these bowls. I don't know where to get them, because she doesn't
You
have
are gorgeous.
not very many of them, but he gets into these things, and every time they come out here, I'll clean them out. And,
okay, so I want to give you kind of a look here at what's going on in my backyard, some of the new stuff, and kind of just going over everything with you. So this is what I've got going on for this year. I've got a raised planter bed. I built it out of scrap lumber. I used some 4x4s in the corners as structural support. And then I just had some 2x6s. This side is kind of off a little bit. It's got a 2x4 in there. I'd like to change that out eventually, and so it can raise up so it's not got that little lip. But this is going to be for the herbs, and some herbs will probably be more towards this front because they get more sun, and then that part will be probably lettuces and stuff. And then in these big barrels, we'll probably put some potatoes in the 3 bigger ones. And then in the small ones, we'll probably put something smaller. Maybe some, oh, I don't know. We'll see. And then got some roses here that are just growing. Look at that. I didn't clip it back from last year. Whoops, my bad. And then this guy's huge. I don't know if you can see him very well, but that's a big... And this thing is ginormous. It gets canes that actually overflow onto, well, what was grass. That's why I also put the barrels there, is because the dog has kind of been trampling through here and destroying my grass, so I got to put more grass in. So there is my big pile, and I'm going to find the key and unlock it here. This might take a couple of hands, I don't know. Oh, look at that, I'm magic. So, it's been sitting all winter. There we go. Oh, that was a bunch of cord. I would do it. So I want to open this up, and I'm going to end up taking the wheelbarrow and moving all of this to both in those pots, but also back here. And let me get you back here and let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so the setup I got going on back here is pretty good. Don't mind the dog. The dog likes to bark at us. Okay, so I've got a mulch pile back there that's working. Here my newer stuff that's going to be from this year is going to go in there. Grass clippings, that kind of stuff. And then I've got a barrel here. I've taken some of my topsoil out, and I'll just add some nutrients to that. I'm also going to add some nutrients to this. This is going to be huge this year. This is its second year in here. It got transplanted last year, but this is rhubarb, and it's actually from my childhood home. When I was a little kid, my mom had rhubarb every year, and I took a big chunk of it because that thing is huge now. And so I put it in that barrel, and here's a barrel next to it. Now I've taken a lot of this topsoil out to put into all these pots. I got like 9 of them here, I think. And then I got this guy. I'm going to empty some of this out and put some of that manure in there. And then these, they're a little bit different height, some of them, as far as how much I've taken out. But this is all mulch. This is mulch from last year. And all this is basically bark that is decomposed for a while. Not a whole lot of nutritional value. It's very light and airy, and when it dries out, it blows away, and it's not necessarily very good, but we'll make it better. So I've got all these guys. I think there's 8 of them now. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I got 8 of them in a line here. And the gap in between, this gap here, I want to put probably about 5 more, but I just financially, I'm in a situation where I'm out of work right now, and I'd like to fill them up, but we'll see. Probably next year or this fall I'll buy more. And then all these black pots that you see, I got them all for free actually from a neighbor. They went and bought a whole bunch of evergreen plants, and so they bought all these evergreen plants, and they have all these pots left over. They spent like $20 a piece for these things. It's insane at Home Depot, but whatever. They're really gorgeous. And so, anyways, I got a hold of them, and I'm going to use them for my gardening. I'm renting. I rent here, so I can't dig up the actual ground and put in an actual garden in the ground. So I have to do, pots or a raised garden area. So that's kind of why I've got it the way I do. That, and it's kind of nice because if I need to move plants around so they get more sun or less sun or whatever, I can do that. If I get a plant that's infected, I can pull it out and dispose of it really quick, or whatever. More isolation. And if I move, which I don't want to move, but if I do, I can just pick them up and put them in the back of a truck and haul them off, and we're good. The only problem with the big blue barrels is they are heavy. They're about 300 pounds a piece when they're fully loaded with soil, and you have to empty them out at least 2/3 of the way. You got to take at least 2/3 out in order to move them, because they're heavy. I mean, even at that, you're looking at about 125 pounds or so. All right, so for these 2 buckets, this is all the horse manure, and I could really grow right in this if I wanted to, but what I'm going to do is add a little bit of this topsoil that I took off from last year, which was last year was topsoil, and of course that mulch. I'll go ahead and put some of this on top of each one of those and mix it in. So pretty much what's going to end up happening is the roots to my plants are pretty much going to growing directly into this. For the most part, we're going to see how that goes. This will be my first year doing that. And then these buckets underneath, I've just kind of taken some topsoil off of them. That's actually where I got some of that from. And I put some in that with that, and I'm going to mix that in too as a test. But I just want to see. This is going to break down, and I'll have to add more to it next year. But I have, probably about that much up, I think. Well, maybe that much up is all this horse manure. So should have some really great tomato plants and stuff this year, which is what's going to be like. This particular bin here is going to have tomato plants. And look, there's even earthworms in here. Now that's a good sign. They're in here eating this stuff up, breaking it apart. This is wonderful. And earthworms are exactly what I need. I was actually going to go out and get myself some earthworms, but they're seeing there's a whole bunch of them in here, so this will be good. And so might actually not be bad to get some more earthworms, but there you go. So there's that. Hey there, I'm the Only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you again from my garden. Today is Easter Sunday, and it's a day after the last video I shot. So I want to go ahead and show you what I've got going on, and give you a little bit of commentary. So, all right, so here's the bed by the house, and it's got that mulch on it. I've mixed it in a little bit. You can see already there's footprints from the dog already jumping on it, so I got to get those pieces in as soon as I can. And then over here next to my shovel, I have a pot and a hanging basket that I'm going to grow something in. And so these are already got soil in them. It's already mixed in and ready to go. All I've got to do is add my seeds and water. Look at that. The dog's already been standing in that one. That's just crazy. But I'm gonna put my I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so back here, like I said, I put mulch in, and I put some around here as well. So this is gonna do real good. There, and then I also put some in my my compost pile to help keep my compost pile started. So I built this gate fence out of wire, and then I mixed them together here. All I did is I put some screws in and ran the wire back and forth and attached the wire. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but and what that does is it makes a barrier so the dog can't jump across, but also so I can put my beans in, or my peas, and they'll grow up the wire of that. So I've decided that this barrel right here is going to have my strawberries in it. I'm going to plant some new strawberries this year. And then these three down here are going to have my tomatoes. Okay, so I'm the Only Sir Cracker, and it's kind of a quick little update. Today is Easter Sunday, so I'm going to probably not do a whole lot today. I got to go over to the in-laws' house and spend Easter with them. But maybe in the next day or two here, we'll plant some seeds and get our garden going. We're a little bit late, but I'm always a little late planting my garden because you never know. Here in the inland Northwest, you could get a freak frost all of a sudden, or something could happen and then kill everything. Like last year, I planted some tomatoes last year, and every one of them died off within about a week. They all got a real bad frost and killed them. So, but that wire mesh thing that I showed you back there, I'm gonna do up front here across these barrels, which will be kind of nice to help keep the dog from jumping across. And then, so my wife and I were talking, and we've decided that we're gonna do root vegetables in these. One is going to be potatoes, one's going to be probably like onions, and then we're probably going to do another one with carrots and that kind of thing. So, alright, well, I'm the Elixir Cracker, and that was a quick update.